Hi, we are from Group 1. Our group members are Ji Sengzhe, Li Kaiser, Li Hao, Le Gihong, Leslie Tan Le Ying, Lok Yan Fong. So our discussion topic is working from home. So I will introduce our panel, which is the Le Gihong, which is our current employee, Leslie Tan Le Ying, which is Human Resources Officer, and then the Li Hao is a Technical Officer, and Lok Yan Fong is Finance Officer, and Li Kaiser is the director of the company. Ji Shengzhe is the ex-employee. So our situation is due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many companies have allowed their employees to work from home instead of work from office. However, this comes with some drawbacks which need further investigation and improvement. So in group of 5 to 6, we need to investigate the drawbacks of allowing employees to work from home and also suggest the improvements by the relevant supporting detail.
Hello everyone, we are from Group 1 and today we'll be having a discussion on the drawbacks of allowing employees to work from home, and also we will be suggesting improvements that can be made with relevant supporting details. So first of all, my name is Leslie Tan Le Ying. I am from the HR department.
I'm the CEO, Li Kaiser.
I'm the technical officer. I'm Li Hao.
Hi, my name is Lok Yan Fong. I'm Finance Officer.
Hi, my name is Le Gihong. I'm current normal employee in the company.
And finally, my name is Ji Shengzhe and I'm the ex-employee of this company.
Right. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining our discussion today. I hope that everyone has brought their ideas. So, anyone here would like to give their opinion on the first drawbacks of working from home? Anyone else?
So, if you work from home, right, I worry that the bosses or the managers are hard or do not consider our contribution since they don't see it for themselves. Especially our company doesn't have such a policy like performance appraisal to close the loop. What do you guys think?
Yeah, some bosses automatically think that their employees are lazy and idle while at home, and they naturally wanted to take their employees' free time to offset it.
Yes, I very agree with Mr. Lee because many bosses in Malaysia, they are not really being considerate and they like to exploit their employees. They think that they own the employees' time and their well-being by giving a small wage as their salary.
I have the different opinion with my technical officer. So as a finance officer, I prefer that the superiors are looking at the people who as their employees based on their performance and the results. So the superiors they think that they will given the employees free time if they have completed the job in the allocated time from working from home. So every company has the same situation that the superior will acknowledge their employees once they have completed the job.
Okay, since we are in the mood of disagreeing, I would like to oppose what Le has said. So the reason why I'm opposing is because we have to understand that not every boss disregards the contribution of the employee at home. So these bosses pay attention to the results of their subordinates do.
But this is just one of the aspects. If you look from another aspect, maybe the boss will ask the employee to work after working hours on the grounds that he as an employee has been staying at home for a whole day, in which that did not be considered as OT. Do you agree that?
Yes, this usually happens, and some bosses even cut down their employees' salary with the reason that their employee have saved the money and time on the transportation to the office.
I understand what Le has said. I know they are opposed just now, but then, well, what I've said is that I want to agree with it. Because in the office, we are able to witness the performance of the employees and the hard work that the employees did, while at home, we cannot see anything at all. Okay?
I have a different of view, and when work from home, all the tasks are submitted and passed to other by email or other apps like WhatsApp or Microsoft Teams. Everything will be recorded in the app, so no one can claim less or more credit from the workload they did. So as a boss, they usually consider the result more than the process. So the one can contribute to better result definitely deserve a higher appreciation from the company.
But in my opinion and from my experience, managers usually don't have free time and they won't try to keep track of all their employees' result, unless you are a higher up and that has a higher pay, because they want to make sure that you do what you are paid. So even if you work hard, even if you work very hard in the background, they won't usually notice you.
Okay, thank you, G. So anybody else would like to add in any opinions before we move on to how we can improve the statement that we have brought in?
Okay. So as the CEO, I promise that it is not allowed in my company that the unfair behavior.
Understand?
What kind of
If nobody would like to add in, we'll move on to the improvements. Oh, I was lagging.
Yeah.
Continue, please. You want to continue first? G, you were saying something just now?
No.
No. Okay, so now we move on to the improvements from this point here. So the first improvement, if nobody would like to say, I will begin first, okay? So as from the HR department, okay, we will prepare a schedule for employees to work from home and in office alternately so that we can observe the employees week in and week out. Anybody have any disagreement with this?
I just want to know, not opposing you, not against you, if this leads to the different treatment of the employee by the boss, for example, employee A and employee B do the same amount of work, but the manager only records the employee A contribution just because he worked in the office. Will that be the case?
I have different view with the current employee, Mr. Le. If both the employees that work from home and in office has completed the schedule and task given by the HR department, I think that the task completed is the best proving of the amount of work done. So the work from home employee could claim his credit or her credit from the amount of work done.
Yeah, but just in case it's a perfect system, not under control by human, but a contribution from
Yeah, for this time, I agree with the HR department on their decision to prepare the alternate schedule for employees to work from home and in office. I think this is the best solution during this pandemic because it's not only reduce the number of people in the combined office, but it's also effective for the company that require physical attendance of the employee. So it's also fair to every employees as they have the chance to work at office and work from home.
All right, thank you, Yihao, from the finance department. Anybody else who have any other opinions on this?
I think it's a good improvement.
Yeah, so if nobody would like to add in, we can now move to the next drawbacks that we can find from this discussion. Anybody would like to give an input?
Alright, so I will propose the second drawback. So from work from home, I realized that many employees is lack of motivation. Employees will not pay their hard work when working from home since there is no one supervised. At home, there are a lot of things that will distribute the attention of the employee.
Okay, I do agree with the director. Since as a finance officer, based on my observation previous, I do think that the employees only think about completing the task given by the superior instead of upgrading themselves to complete the job perfectly. So as they only think that they have to complete the job without any fulfillment. So as long as they can submit it in the allocated time.
Yeah, it's an important point. Employees are the foundations of a company, and motivation is the key to success. Without motivation, we don't even know the goals, the objectives, and which equivalent to effectiveness, equivalent to the 50-50. Do you agree?
I don't think I'm quite in line with you for this drawback because there are certain employees who are working from home that are getting more concentrated and more efficient when they are working at home because they will be motivated by the fluctuating working hour and not because of the strict working time. Besides, you are at your home, the place you are most comfortable with, and I believe that this will greatly raise your efficiency.
Since we are in the topic of disagreeing, I would like to agree with G disagreeing. Okay, so working from home, as we all know, actually saves more time. Okay, since most of the time we spend is to traveling to our designated work areas. So that period of time that is used to travel can complete other tasks. Besides completing other tasks, we can also do more self-improvement activities, which will indirectly improve our performance at home or even at work.
Yes. So imagine when you start in the morning and you drive 1 hour of the journey, and you go to work, go to your company and work. You already wasted 1 hour and you wasted your energy there while waiting and jamming. I don't think that would increase your motivation or increase your efficiency.
Yeah.
It only makes us frustrated.
Sorry, I have different point of view with our ex-employee, Mr. G, and our HR manager. I think that during the COVID-19 pandemic, usually teenagers and kids are also having their online class at home. If the employee is a parent, this will let them getting distracted. Other than that, the employee may have insufficient facilities like printers or scanners when work from home, and fluctuating working hour when work from home is not a good habit and will slower the progress. For example, if a staff require a document from his or her teammate, while the teammate is not alert and focused during that time, this will result in inefficiency of the progress. Yeah.
In my opinion, because you say that we needed the document from our colleagues, right? But they didn't pay attention. You can always give them a call or a message or text them or directly call them. Just call them, and if they pick up, we can easily handle that. And even if they don't pick up, we can always ask for other people to help, perhaps, because there's more than one colleague, right?
As G said, okay, most of these issues that occur is usually a personal issue, the individual itself that is not responsible. So as an employee to a company that we are working for, where they are paying us, we should perform our tasks given 100% committed, and then all these things will not happen. So, since we are, I think, anybody else would like to say anything? If not, we will look into how we can improve this issue here. Quite a big issue from our ex-employee, as stated just now.
Yeah.
So, anybody would like to provide an improvement to this issue? That,
I will provide, as like I say because lack of motivation, right? So as finance officer, I suggest that company provides the extra performance bonus to the employees, like because the performance bonus is the best way to appreciate the employees, since they are working hard during this COVID pandemic time, and also at this moment many people having the financial issues like during this pandemic. So I think definitely encourage them to work more focusedly, to do the things to work well.
Yeah, you got a point, love. But I wonder that is our company still able to provide such extra bonus during this pandemic? Since I believe that COVID-19 pandemic was a hard time for most of the company, like the supermarkets, they are facing financial issues during the pandemic, where they have no income but still have to pay for the rental fee.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of giving incentives or bonuses, the company will just most likely use the pandemic as an excuse to cut down as much as possible. They won't even bother to give you incentives. Forget about them. Forget about the bonus or incentives. You should be content if they didn't cut down your wage, your salary. I mean.
I disagree with you guys. Since just in terms of the bonus, just in terms of the salary, for me, as far as I'm concerned, the bonus will definitely increase the employee's motivation. For me, high pay equals to high performance. This is a reality. Not wonders the company situations, the other things. But for me, to increase my motivation to work, to have a better performance, I think that's a good word.
Yeah, I agree with you, Le.
CEO is agree with me.
I agree with Le. Okay, if we are all aware, in any company that you work, performance bonuses, not performance bonuses, but bonuses are 100% given to each employee every single year. It's considered an increment as well. So, without a doubt, with your good or bad performance, the company has has the right to give you your bonuses every single year. Don't you think so?
But because we are talking about working from home period, right? Which means the period itself is during the COVID-19 pandemic or post COVID-19 pandemic. It is normally for the company to take this as an excuse. They do want to, they want to make most of their profit. So they won't be bothered to give you they will take it. They do want to give you, yeah.
But now the people who have the right to make the decisions is now our CEO. And just now our CEO has agreed to our point. So I think that the CEO considers that our company still has a space to improve ourselves. Our work is still available to pay.
Then you should probably check your salary.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
next month.
All right, thank you everyone. Let's calm the situation down a bit here. Okay, so let's forget about this. Okay, we'll review it again. So let's move on to the next drawback here that we have today. Anybody would like to give their opinion on the drawback here?
I think I have an idea. In my opinion, I think one of the drawbacks for work from home is the lack of communication and teamwork between the employees. This might lead to the misunderstanding between them and leaving the work undone. So in short, it would definitely lower the efficiency of employee if they are working from home.
Thank you, Liha. Anybody?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I agree that because communication is the most important thing aspect in working as a team. Because some of the employees, when working alone at home, they will tend to keep to themselves and they do not want to interact with other co-workers, and this may cause the work progress for each member to be not aligned, and this will affect the final result. So when it comes to the responsibility of the unfinished task, everyone will start to blame each other, and this will cause misunderstanding.
Yeah, I agree with you. Even if an employee has a problem at their work, if he doesn't ask, no one will help him. Since we don't know, everyone is working online. We don't know he has a problem. Even if he does ask, he may not get the answer right away because we are all working online. And it will clearly slow down the working progress.
But somehow I have the different opinions with our ex-employee, because as a finance officer, I think that as long as the compulsory schedule online meeting are arranged following the timetable, so there is no any issue regarding this problem. So for example, like we say that this is the internal communication strategies for the remote team, as because they're working at home. So for example, a Spotify business, the analysis tends to work from the home, and with the work from home experience, they work with their data and engineers and also their executive. So they use the time to do the online meeting. That as long as you arrange it properly and you following the timetable, so there's no problem for all of this should be happening, I think.
I don't quite agree with Mr. Locke, because emergencies. Why are emergencies called emergency? Because they are suddenly pop up, and they are in need, and they just appear out of nowhere, which is why we needed precise and immediate help, which is why I think that as long, even when you schedule the meetings, right, we won't probably have that problem at that time. But what if after just maybe 20 minutes or an hour after the meeting, then the problem pops up? Who would be handling that problem?
Okay, that problem may be handled by the team itself, but then that is situational. Okay, those things we cannot control. Problems come out whenever, and we cannot predict, isn't it? Okay,
Yes.
But one thing's for sure, right? Lack of communication is for sure an individual thing. Again, it depends on the individual itself. I don't know what to call it. It's his personality. Whether he is a responsible guy or he is irresponsible. All right. So let's see how we can improve communication. Okay, because this is a very interesting topic here. How do we improve communication between co-workers? Anybody would like to give their opinion?
In my opinion,
Yes.
the managers should, instead of being paranoid and showing distress, the managers should keep communicate with their employees regularly to keep them updated of the deadlines, available resources, work-related challenges, and always stay online so that whenever there's emergency, they are always there to help them. So there's a variety of communication too. There are emails, texts, video chats. You can just find whatever best suitable for your team. And if the employees are communicating clearly and meeting goals and deadline, I don't think there will be any problem at all.
I think, right, the things are not as simple as you think. Everything can be difficult to run smoothly online. And urgent but simple tasks, as simple as it can be easily solved in less than a minute when you ask your colleague next to you to help. But during the working online period, online working period, your colleague may take minutes, half an hour, 2 hours from noticing their chat box or mailbox until lending you a hand. And just now you say we can make a voice call, video call, but for me, it can seem like a big deal. If someone call me, it must be a emergency, must be an urgent thing. That's why they call me. So I don't quite agree with your point.
Okay, thank you, Le. But I believe that the rest of us are on the ex-employee side here because we all agree with his reasoning here. Okay.
Wow.
It depends on the person itself. You know, whether they pick up the phone call or pick up the text. You say it happens in the office or even at home. The only difference is in office. But what if that said person is busy with his own task?
But the point we cannot deny is that working from home will still influence the communications between the colleagues, between the managers and their employees, between the superiority and their.
Okay, I understand what you're trying to say. But are you 100% sure and confident that communication issues does not occur in the workplace physically?
It did, but not. Can you give some examples of the communication problems?
Maybe let's say I have already emailed you. Oh, please forward this email to this said company at. But then the company came back to me and said I have not received the email.
If the same situations happen, both, but in the office, it's better for us to tackle this. We can just directly go to his or her office. We can just directly to check out, ask her or him to check for their email. Something like that. It's more easier rather than a call. For me, for the social phobia, the call is a very serious thing.
I understand. A call is quite serious. Usually it will be a text message, right?
Yeah.
But what if that guy is being outstationed? That would be the same, right? You still have to call him, right? So I don't think it will be a problem.
Happen, right?
Sorry?
It's quite not probably to happen, right?
These situations happen before. We have heard stories, you know, we have watched a lot of dramas.
Outstation in company, I don't think that's very rare.
I think that is quite common.
Yeah.
Common.
Why don't you ask our boss? my previous boss.
So what our CEO think?
I think that communication isn't a problem even even when work from home, because I think now the technology is usual thing to us that we usually use it, that everyone has a phone, maybe 2 phones with them. So I think if the employees not set their phone as muted, so I think it's not a problem for the employees to notice each others. Yeah.
And that is why he's our boss.
Yes.
I still believe that there is something that cannot be replaced by the technology.
Right. Thank you, Le, for your opinion. All right. So, anybody have anything else they would like to add on? Okay, before we disclose our discussion for tonight. This is your last chance. Nobody at all. Okay. I thank you all again for joining our discussion tonight, for giving your opinions on how the drawbacks and also how we can improve ourselves personally to become a better worker in our company. All right. I wish G all the best in searching for another opportunity in another company. And thank you all for your time. The HR department will gladly review all the points they stated out tonight to continue to improve our company's performance. All right.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Have a wonderful day.
Everyone.